good to be back. Boy, did I miss it here in Melbourne. Today, back at the MCG. Another cloudy day, which is no match for my sunny disposition right now. With me is 3-time All-Australian and 13 times Richmond's leading goal kicker, Matthew Richardson.
Thanks, Dan. It's great to be here today.
Well, there's a big, big sound from the west of the town. It's the sound of the mighty Giants. Feel the ground is shaking. The other teams are quaking in their boots before the Giants. We take the longest strides and the highest leap. We're stronger than... We're from Tigerland.
A nice reception for the home
A fighting
team.
fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind and never mind, we'll fight and win, for we're from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final sign.
A diet of interstate travel for the players are all eagerly awaiting the siren. And away we go, the opening bounce. Clean tap by Teddy. Francis gets a less than pretty drop punt away. Bumps the pigskin. He has no trouble grabbing that one. Spears a low ball. Green has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Keeps it close to the ground. Martin intercepts the bouncing ball.
That's mine.
The umpire to ball it up. Teddy with the tap. Scoops up the bouncing ball. Casey going for number 1. That shot wasn't meant to hit the fan. The ball has gone over the boundary line on the full. Jams it on the boot now. Takes it well.
Grimes. He's not the biggest threat on the field, but he can make his opponent accountable, and he requires a watchful eye at times. Jacks has a kick. Edwards spills it. Casey with a clean pickup. Score for the Giants. GWS lead the Tigers.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Hampson totally outclassed in that contest. Nice mark there. Sends the Sharon on its way. A mark by Green. Shoots off the handball. Sends it on its way. Nice mark there. Edwards going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short tactically this week. Going for goal number 1. What a great goal by Edwards. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce. Hampson without a touch. The clearance by Teddy. The Candyman gathers. Sends it on its way. McNasty feeds it wide. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. He's elected to play on. Puts boot to ball. A nice uncontested mark for Casey.
Casey will take every opportunity to take a screamer when a step ladder presents itself. Lining it up with the goal now. Jacks goes for home. The ball's travelling. Perfect kick.
brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Tapped by Edwards. Francis. I've got no idea how he managed to get that out. Scoops up the ball. Green dishes it off by hand. Kicks it long. Jacques marks it. He handballs it. Intercept by Greek. Bumps the pigskin. Francis looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Only 5 minutes remaining. Studley just gauging which way that wind is blowing. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. Studley thumps the ball for goal. Pressure really being applied now at this early stage to Richmond. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Umpire bounces the ball. Edwards punches it. Has it now. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the pack. Jacques. Handball short. Bumps the pigskin. He's injured. That looks nasty. He'll be rushed to the rooms for medical treatment. Don't think, though, he'll be coming back. Greater Western Sydney couldn't have asked for a much better start than this one. Brigg to bring it in. Plays onto himself. Sends it on its way. There'll be a free kick here for something that obviously happened behind play. Griffiths kicks. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark.
The Giants' pitch has been so dominant in the marking contest, and it's given them the perfect platform to kick a winning score, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Casey with the shot. It's in the air. That's a goal. GWS lead.
The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Edwards is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate. Hampson kicks. Takes it well. Casey lines it up. Boots it. Marks. Here's a chance for Studley. 25 metres out. Studley shoots for goal. The goal for the Giants. This lead getting bigger now. Pressure already being applied to Richmond.
Studley has super fast reaction time. He could catch an arrow.
All is in readiness. The Rucks can't complain about that true bounce. Edwards with the punch. He's got the football now. Picture perfect drop punt. He picks up the loose ball. Kicked at goal by Francis. Studley having no trouble taking that one. 35 metres out. 40 metres from home. A pretty safe bet from this position. He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. Studley with a great kick. 3 of the best. He's putting on a clinic. That's 4 in a row for the Giants. Greater Western Sydney in front. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Edwards with the hit, with the ball now. Out of nowhere, the ball shoots out of the pack. Johnston kicks. He takes an uncontested mark. It's in the air, a magnificent kick right through the middle. Gets his first, and that puts them further in front. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Edwards taps. Francis kicks it to the square. Jones takes the mark uncontested.
Jones can always get up on the shoulders, and he doesn't have to use his hands. He's just got a great technique. He decides to play it on. Andrew has a kick. The ball's travelling. Andrew goes long and gets the goal. The Giants lead.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Palms it down nicely. He gains possession. Edwards with the ball. Nice contested mark by Candyman. He plays on.
Play on.
Sends the Sharon on its way. The mark is taken by McNasty.
Well, when the Giants were able to mark the ball inside their forward 50 so easily, it's no wonder they're leading this match. The Tigers really need to turn up the pressure. Webb plays on. Nice interception.
Well, it'll be a ball up right near the boundary line. Hampson hardly provided a challenge. Border Control will be keen to look at this trafficking. Velvet Sledgehammer takes it out on the full. Ellis just gauging which way that wind is blowing. Bad kick, resulting in a free to Greater Western Sydney. Kicks into the middle. He controls the bouncing ball. The Giants lead Richmond 56-0. Miles marks it.
Richmond just can't seem to retain possession of the footy. They're getting outmarked all over the ground and as a result finding themselves losing the contest. Puts boot to ball. That's a nice strong mark. Jacks kicks it. Has the mark all to himself.
Francis with a chance if he keeps a cool head. A monster kick will be required from here. Francis with a kick at goal. That ball's travelling. Francis sinks it from a long way out. That's 6 in a row for Greater Western Sydney. The Giants with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 62-0. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Edwards got a fist on him. With the ball now. Choose to kick it. Takes it well. Jones choosing to play on. He handballs it. Johnston going for number 1. He's having a ball, if you'll excuse the pun. He sinks his first goal. Greater Western Sydney have scored the last 7 goals. The Giants lead Richmond 68-0.
He has a lot of passion for this game. You can see it every time he steps onto the field. He's an inspiration to all players around him.
The bounce straight down.
It's great for a team when they have a winning ruckman who can really direct his hit-outs. The Giants have had a superb supply all match long. Clark by hand. Rewalt blocks it. That's out on the full. Blood wants to play on. It's been intercepted by the opposition.
Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 30 metres from home. He opts to play on. Boots it. Marked by Velvet Sledgehammer. That came off the boot with huge power. Andrew is able to grab it on the half volley. Studley has it. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 35 metres out. And he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. Looking for another goal here. Has it got the carry? Greater Western Sydney have scored the last 8 goals. The Giants with the ascendancy over Richmond, leading the match 74-0.
Studley is a first-class decision maker. He appears relatively unhurried when under pressure and constantly finds the best option in heavy traffic. What a great skill.
Johnston with the ball. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. And it's close to goal as the ball. It'll come back from the boundary line. A lot of jostling as the boundary umpire puts the ball back into play. Edwards on the ball at the moment. Is in his possession. Greater Western Sydney are in the lead by 74.
They have been pretty wasteful in this match, and if they lose, they will look back and rue the missed opportunities.
A very high-scoring first quarter here. Looks like it'll be a great game. Let's go to Richo now and take a look at the stats.
The gap between GWS and the Tigers is larger than life. 3 marks to Richmond, while the Giants sit comfortably ahead on 35. The Giants favouring the handball with 16 on the board, which is a lot more than the one that the Tigers have managed to rack up.
You always have that unique perspective on things, Richo. Set to commence.
Winners don't wait for chances, they take them.
Handball finds Green. Nice hands. Jacques passes it. Edwards slams it on the boot. Great grab. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal in the side. A monster kick will be required from here. A chance to add one more to his tally. It's in the air. I can't believe it carried the distance. That's a great goal. Greater Western Sydney in front. All is in readiness. Both rucks have a fair shot at this one. Batted down nicely by Edwards. Green onto the ball. He boots it from the pack. A clean pickup, lobs the handball. That play was as high-tech as a campfire. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack. Opportunity now for Teddy. Moves it quickly by hand. What a great goal by Studley. That's his 5th goal. He'll be very happy with his game here. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Edwards thumps it forward. Conker feeds it wide. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well.
Blood is a great mark on the lead, but he can sometimes get worked under the ball in the contest. If he can lift his overhead capability, he will be a star.
Hand passes. Sends it on its way. Strong mark by Teddy. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. 30 metres out. An ideal position to be kicking from. Shot at goal by Teddy. Goal to the Giants. Greater Western Sydney lead the Tigers 92-0.
Teddy's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster.
Here's the bounce. Hampson wasn't even close to that tap, and he'd be crazy to think that type of effort will win any time soon. Couldn't seal the deal. Greater Western Sydney leads by 93. He's looking for options now. He decides to play on. Brigg slams it on the boot. He shouldn't have bothered. Keeps it alive. He gave it a crack, but it sailed wide of the goal. Greater Western Sydney in front. He may just play onto himself here. The options are few and far between at the moment. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. The Giants lead the Tigers by 100. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash.
It's tapped down nicely. Good hand skills there. Ellis slams the ball to his boot. Kept his composure then.
That drop punt works well for Candyman. Green claims it. Hand passes. They can't seem to maintain possession. They simply handed it over.
Hampson told me recently that he really loves playing for this club, and you can really see it in his attitude on the field. I think he's going to play for this club for a long, long time. Blood takes the opportunity. Long with the ball. He gets boot to the ball. A good contested mark there.
Kicks it. Marked by Studley. Penetrating hand pass. Jams it on the boot. Strong mark by Teddy. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Francis. We'll hear about that kick later. He puts it out of bounds on the full. Grigg puts it on the boot. Takes that one strongly. Pass by Teddy. He's had lots of touches this match. The Giants get a goal. That's number 3. The Giants in front. All is in readiness. The ball bouncing well. Deft touch from Studley. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. Takes it well.
That's a mark!
Bakes, kicks. Nice work from Johnston. A low stabbing kick. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. He shows the quick hands. Francis kicking the ball free of the pack. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. You know more about him than me, Richo. Reckon he can bag this one?
If he misses this, I'd recommend a location change or get back to the back line.
40 metres from home. Greater Western Sydney beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 112 to nothing.
Jax has so much potential, he could just be anything.
Lucky we have that goal recorded because it was first rate. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. And there's the bounce. Studley got the hit out, takes possession. Green kicks it out of the congestion.
GWS were dominating in the air and the scoreboard reflects it. Just 4 minutes left. Bakes with a strong mark. He slams that on the boot.
The ball crosses the line. It'll come back from the boundary line. Thrown in majestically. Tapped by Studley. Does well to keep it in play. Webb holding the ball as he's collected by Miles. Not a pretty drop punt, but it gets away okay. He opts to play on. Bakes comes away with the ball. Studley presents and takes the mark.
The Giants were dominating in the air and the scoreboard reflects it. He lines it up with the goal. Andrew wants to play on. He kicks the ball. The ball crosses the line.
Hampson with a big fist on it. He's got the football now. He controls the bouncing ball. Markov has the ball. The ump has had enough. It's a ball up. Tap to advantage. Clean pick up by Francis. The ball is thumped towards goal by Francis. Just 3 minutes to go. The Giants lead Richmond 113-0. There could be a short option here. Plays onto himself. Puts boot to ball. Marked by Studley. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. He'll need a long-range boomer from here. Studley with a massive goal. 7 goals now. That's hard to do. The Giants leads by 119.
Studley is one of the most astute decision makers in the game. Footy is becoming more and more a thinking game, and you can't be out there purely on physical ability. He's a great asset to his club.
He's loving that replay. And he's making sure his opponent knows all about it. Studley is relieved to see that one go through. Hampson leave the pinatas for the kids. Francis has the ball, takes possession, sends it into the open paddock. Prestiak with a daisy cutter, taken by Bakes.
Bakes is a Rolls Royce of a player who has the ability to read the play like no other. Andrew hand passes the ball, puts the head down as he runs into goal. Nice kick.
There's one for the time capsule. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The ball bouncing well. Studley taps it. Green with the ball. Hand passes. Jacques replies back. Puts the head down as he runs in. That was all Webb. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. 35 metres out. Webb unloads one towards goal. Takes the mark all by himself. Edwards in no hurry as he prepares for the kick. Edwards pulls the trigger with the ball sailing for goal. Greater Western Sydney leads by 131. Like a banana through a letterbox. What a wonderful goal. Edwards chose the goal umpire the right signal. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Good fist. Walker with the ball. Gets the ball out of heavy traffic. Marked by Clark.
When the forwards are marking the ball so cleanly inside 50 like they are now, it must give the Giants a lot of confidence, especially when the pressure is on. He hand passes it. Now he's asked for it back. Puts boot to ball.
Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. He gets another possession. He's heading for home. The ball is hammered towards goal by Walker. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. Walker sinking his first goal. They increase their lead. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the Ruckmen unleash. Clean tap out of the ruck. He's able to thread a needle and that kick comes out of the pack. Only 90 seconds remaining. Gets boot to high. Nice mark under pressure.
Markov needs to work on his vertical leap because at times he can be found wanting when he's leaping for the ball. Good hand skills there. Sending it on its way. That's a mark. Webb getting into position for the kick.
Going for goal number one. It's in the air. And the risk pays off. Goal. Webb sinking his first goal. The Giants by 143. And that goal is right off the top shelf for him. The Ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Studley gets onto the ball. His stab kick once killed a small dog. I'm kidding. The dog was huge. McNasty with the kick. Simply outplayed the opposition there. Lobs the handball. Chips it down towards half-forward. Strong mark.
Studley doesn't need to run to every contest because he's just so great at reading the play. He can play a kick ahead or behind the play and still rack up possessions. A shocker of a kick. Edwards with a strong mark.
Takes his time as he lines up the goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. 25 metres out. Giants by 149. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. There's the bounce. Edwards with the mighty fist. Jacques is able to grab it on the half volley. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. The ball is coming back into play. Edwards really gets onto this one. Studley controls. He's been outstanding, going for goal number 8 right here. Greater Western Sydney beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 155-0. The kick is about as straight as a shopping trolley, and it's a goal. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Edwards, with first hands to the ball, is in his possession. That's it for the second quarter. What do you think of it now, Richo?
It looks like the Tigers have not been themselves in the first half. I'll tip them to come out firing in the second half. But for the Giants fans out there, it certainly has been a polished first half performance.
Richo, how well are these teams performing?
Well, at least the Tigers have a score that is befitting their stats.
That's a unique spin on things, Richo. Well, that's the first half of the match. Come back in a few minutes and we'll have plenty more footy to play. And they're ready, so let's get the third term going.
You can motivate by fear and you can motivate by reward, but both those methods are only temporary. The only lasting thing is self-motivation.
Ching slams it on the boot.
That's a free kick!
A free kick paid for some off-ball trouble. Griffiths sends the ball on its way. Francis from behind sends it on its way. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Richo, do you rate him for this kick?
This angle will test him, I reckon, Dennis.
Studley steers the ball towards goal.
All clear.
Greater Western Sydney in front.
Studley is one of the most astute decision makers in the game. Footy is becoming more and more a thinking game, and you can't be out there purely on physical ability. He's a great asset to his club.
Johnston handballs to his own advantage, keeps it close to the ground. A solid mark from Jones. He steadies now in front of goal. Going for goal number 1. Chalk up a goal for Greater Western Sydney. The Giants leads by 167. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The umpire has bounced the ball. Edwards with the tap is in his possession. Webb is streaming past and gets the footy. Intercept by McIntosh. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. He opts to play on. Clark boots it. The bouncing ball is controlled. Sweeping handball. A lovely drop pass. Curry claims it. Not a pretty drop punt, but it gets away okay. He steadies now in front of goal. 65 metres out. Played on.
Play on.
Hastily kicked. And the ball goes over the boundary near the 50. The umpire will throw it in. The umpire's throw is a good one.
The Giants have just been so dominant in the ruck, and that's been able to give their midfielders so much time and space, and that's why they lead this match. It's tapped down nicely. He takes the footy.
The loose ball picked up by Bellis. I haven't seen him for a while, Richard.
Yeah, he's had a really indifferent game out there.
Francis
Out
will
on
be
the
looking
full.
for excuses for that shocker. He's kicked that straight into the confectionery stand, out on the full. Hampson with the kick. Casey claims the ball. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Casey slams one on the boot for goal. Perfect kick. Three of the best. He's putting on a clinic. Casey puts them further in front. Oh, that's what we've come to expect from him. Fantastic goal. Casey happy. Edwards with the tap. He has the ball. He boots it from the pack. Lining up the goal now. Jacques with a daisy cutter. Studley setting his sights on the goals. 35 metres out. An ideal position to be kicking from. Studley kicks for goal. He'll be happy with that. This one gives them an even bigger lead. The Giants lead Richmond 179-0. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Tapped by Edwards. Francis with the ball. Marked by Bandyman.
The Giants are gaining a lot of the advantage through some smart kicks and even better marks inside their forward 50. Long passes it. Walker handing it back now. Now he's asked for it back. Oh, nice one too. Gee, a long kick there. Curry marks the ball.
He plays on.
Let's play on. It's a free kick.
Curry throws the ball. Free kick. Sends it on its way. Takes that one strongly.
Let's play on.
Walker going for number 2. That shot
Out
wasn't
on
meant
the
to hit
full.
the man. Bad kick, resulting in a free to the Giants. Miles kicks. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. This will have to be his very best kick to score from this range. Ching hammers the ball for goal. Goal from a long way out by Ching. This kick has extended their lead. Greater Western Sydney by 185.
Ching is a thumping kick of the footy. He can kick it out of view if he wanted.
All is in readiness. Here's the bounce. Edwards decisively has it now. Ellis is able to grab it on the half volley.
No chance.
Ball up in the centre square. Cleared by Edwards. Kicks. Jacques marks. He steadies now in front of goal. Kicks it. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Casey keeping it low. Has it? Yes, he's paid it. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 45 metres out. The 45-degree shot is not too hard. He just has to keep his cool. The Giants fight 191. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The bounce.
The Giants were just absolutely dominating the clearances. No doubt that's why they're winning. Clark with a strong mark. He plays it on. He lays off the pass. He wants it back.
Sends it on its way. Casey claims the ball. Sends the Sharon on its way. A great effort. Opportunity now for Studley. 30 metres from home. A set shot on a 30-degree angle. Studley kicks for goal. The Giants get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. He chalks. The Giants over. The Tigers by 197. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Just 3 minutes to go. The bounce. Intercepted by Hampson. Gets it away in the nick of time.
Let's play on.
Booted by McNasty. Drops the mark, and the Crummers are waiting. Andrew laps up the misplaced footy. It's his. Goes by hand. Edwards handballs it to the open paddock. Griffiths just squeezes the kick out. He passes just before he's taken down by Green. Approaching the goals now. Casey over the top. Shot at goal by Casey. Marked by Johnston. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell me. Johnston kicks for goal. Pinpoint accuracy from Johnston. That's his second. They increase their lead. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce.
Edwards has so much potential, he could just be anything. That's a mark. McNasty slams the ball to his boot. He grabs.
That's a mark.
He boots it. Has the mark all to himself.
Webb opts to play on. Jams it on the boot. Strong mark. Long.
Let's play on.
Opts to play on. Walker runs past and gets the ball. With a kicking technique that's a bit like a suitcase in which we're trying to pack too many things into.
GWS have just been so dominant in the marking contest, and it's given them the perfect platform to kick a winning score. He steadies now in front of goal. McNasty with the shot. The ball's up. McNasty sinks the long kick. GWS are over the Tigers.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Edwards with the mighty fist. Francis puts it on the boot. Ching looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. He lays off the pass. Johnston aiming for the goals. That's a very well executed goal. Johnston playing well. That's his third. This one gives them an even bigger lead. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash.
It's great for a team when they have a winning ruckman who can really direct his hit-outs. GWS have had a superb supply all match long. Jacks with great hands. Lining it up with the goal now. Jacks with the shot. A goal to GWS.
The Giants beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 221-0. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. First hand's important. Has it now. He gives the ball a mighty roost. Taken by Velvet Sledgehammer. He's a long kick. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Lobs the pass. Not a pretty drop punt, but it gets away okay. McNasty takes it well. A monster kick will be required from here, and he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. McNasty whacks one on the boot for goal. Controlled by Miles. He's racking up possessions.
Cleanly tapped out of the ruck. Edwards has the football. Green gets it off the ground. He completely mistimes the kick. Nice kick, just a little bit too wide, and it's bounced off the post.
Brigg waiting to bring it back into play. Plays on. Kicks it. No contest for that mark. Clears now. over the top of the pack. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. McNasty will need to give his feet a pep talk for this kick. A pretty safe bet from this position. Greater Western Sydney lead the Tigers 223-0. Casey has it. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. Looking for another goal here. Has it got the carry? Greater Western Sydney with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading the Tigers 229-0. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. A good third quarter. What do you think, Richo?
They're in front and they deserve to be in front. They stepped up in all areas and really made their opposition look second-rate.
That was a high-scoring third quarter. Time to see if there's anything interesting in amongst the stats.
The Giants is looking good on the scoreboard and they have the stats to back it up.
That's pretty deep, Richo.
After each game, I always wanted to be able to say I gave all I could. I gave it my best.
Collected by Johnston. He kicks the ball out of congestion. Velvet Sledgehammer presents and takes the mark. Sends the Sharon on its way. Great mark over the pack. Clark in no hurry as he prepares for the kick. Going for goal number 1. Gets the distance. It looks like the Giants have this one in the bag.
Clark's just ridiculously consistent. I'd like to see a clanger from him for a change. When coaches have someone like him in the lineup, they can just sleep a lot easier knowing how reliable he is.
Chips it down towards half forward. Takes that one strongly. Good drop punt by McNasty. The opposition forgot about him and he takes the easy mark. Velvet Sledgehammer in no hurry as he prepares for the kick. 60 metres out. Velvet Sledgehammer shoots it. Has it got the carry? Velvet Sledgehammer goes long and gets the goal. The Giants are nailing the coffin shut. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Here's the bounce. Punch by Jacques. Edwards boots it. Nice hands.
That's play on.
The Candyman boots it. Long runs in. Going for goal number 1. Hot top break. Greater Western Sydney beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 242-0.
That's play on. That's a free kick.
Long launches one towards goal. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. 25 metres out. From this angle, it's a bit like flossing an alligator. Not easy. 40 metres out. Going for goal number 1. He holds his breath. The goal for Greater Western Sydney. And they stretch out their lead. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. More bounce than a dodgy check. Jacques really gets onto this one. He boots it from the pack. It's been intercepted by the opposition. He picks it up. He gets another possession.
Ball up.
The umpire wants to ball it up. Claimed by Jacques. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Ellis with the football. Green with the interception. Penetrating hand pass. Bakes starts in. His shadow beside him. Where else would it be? Well, depends on the side. The Giants in front.